Okay, so everyone wants me to do a 10th season. I might not make it that far. Today's the season finale, and I've got a lot of problems. But there is one plus side. We're playing Spurs again in an FA Cup final. Again, I have this chance to save my job, possibly. It might not even be enough. This could be the most ungrand series finale ever. Let's get stuck into it. F is for... And that is exactly where I am at the moment. I'm getting an F in my managerial performance. I'll explain why. For a start, you can tell we finished 5th in the league. That's not great. We lost to Spurs and United. I did have a chance of making it into the top 4, but I lost with 2 last-minute winners for both of the teams. Bit annoyed, won't lie. Bit upset. Between that, we smashed Fulham 5-2 and West Ham 5-0. So at home, as usual, brilliant. Big games away. Just all season, all series, we've been terrible at it. Just terrible at it. The one redeeming thing is that in the Champions League, City got spanked 5-1 by Lyon. So Lyon are playing United in the final, and I'm hoping that Lyon win it, because that'll make me feel better. That means, again, we've come up against the eventual winners of the tournament. So I feel slightly better. At least we didn't get pumped 5-1. But, like I said, there's a chance today for us to take on Tottenham in the FA Cup final again. This would be our third FA Cup win of my managerial career. I'm not going to make it to the decade. I'm very much aware that this is probably the last game in charge that I'm going to have. And, yeah, it hurts, to be fair. I don't really know what's happened. I have no idea what's happened in the save. I have no idea what's gone wrong. All I know is it's not been very good. But you look at the form, we've been really, really good in recent episodes. Gianluigi Donnarumma's apparently unhappy that we failed to achieve our long-term targets. Not being funny, Gigi. You're probably part of the problem, mate, you prick. So, for maybe the last time, I will run you through the Arsenal lineup for today. We are going for it. I'm not going to change my tactics. We just have to go for it. This has served us quite well in recent weeks, to be fair. Donnarumma's in goal. Hernandez, De Ligt, Luca, Jones at the back, Engler and Bentley in the middle, Sterling, Amada, Gonzalez, and Norberto Rey, who's actually in very, very good form at the moment. He's got 5 goals and 1 assist in his last 5 games. Please make you turn up today and do me a favour. I'm fed up of just dominating games and not winning. We've not been very clinical, but then we have in the games against the smaller teams. It's just in the big games we just completely melt away. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is playing for them. Do you have no shame? Liverpool won the title. So that's made me feel slightly better. That might not even happen in real life, just to add to my woes. I'm still got the cold. I'm not feeling great. My voice just occasionally goes through moments where it just breaks. So if that happens today, hopefully, something to shout about. And I don't mind losing my voice if I have something to shout about with this. I'm doing this on my lunch break from home. I need something to cheer me up, because at the moment I'm going a little bit mental. I've got a bit of cabin fever. I need the boys to cheer me up with something. I just want to keep my job. I just want one more year. Just one more year. In the Europa League is fine. I can literally play the youngsters in every game. And that means I have the first team out all the time for every single Premier League game. That would be ideal. Without kind of spoiling it, we know that the series has been coming to an end for quite a while, and I've got a good idea for like a kind of episode thing. So I'm kind of going back and looking at my favourite bits of like the entire save. And I remember like the first few episodes, I was like, this save's only going to be 3 seasons long. And now look at it. 10 years, well, nearly 10 years on. Still haven't won a Premier League title. The idea was to win it within 3 years. I've come close so many times, but the last 2 years have been pretty pathetic. We've not even got near. We're playing quite well in this game, to be fair. We've had less possession, but we're the ones that are cracking off all the shots. Still no highlights yet as we speak, though. There's no point in me trying to forward plan what I'm going to do in the summer, because I genuinely don't know if I'm going to be here. Do you know what I mean? There's no way of me being able to plan anything, because I don't know. But Amada whips in a ball here. De Ligt heads it. Oh, he's headed it just over the bar. It's the first highlight of the game, and it's just going over the bar. Last year's final was a 0-0, and then it went to penalties. If that could happen again, and we still win, no issue there whatsoever. You can tell like I am not feeling great because you can tell my hair's up. Well, to be fair, my hair being all over the place isn't a giveaway that I'm not feeling well. It's always all over the place, but I look like a bag of nerves and also a bag of shit. Sterling on the ball here. Oh, go on, mate, roast him. That's a great tackle into the path of Ray. Get in, ow. Norberto Ray has scored. I think I just pulled my shoulder. Finally turning up. He's not a big fan of big matches, Norberto Ray, but he is still young, so there is a chance for that to kind of turn around, and hopefully I can make him adept at being good for big games. Why am I talking about me making him any better? I'm not going to be here to make it happen. We're 1-0 up in the final. At least if I'm going to go, I can go on a relatively high note. That would make me feel slightly better. 1-0, we've been the better team. I just wish we'd done this in the league, to be fair. Why is it now? Passionately said I'm very happy with the performance because I am. It's been very, very good. I think if we can get a second, that should really be enough to put the game beyond them. But I say that. You never know with this team. You never know what's going to happen. Armada on the ball. He's been a stalwart of my team for so many years. And he's such a good player. He deserves to win something really big. Like a league or something, and I just feel like I can't provide it for him. We're just not consistent enough. That's the problem. We're just not consistent enough over a season. We've got too many performances where we just don't turn up. As Raheem Sterling hits an absolute rocket, and it just goes past the post. We're doing brilliantly. Just need a little bit more. Just one more goal, boys. We can do this. We've been so good. I'm going to praise the boys for the performance as well because I've been really happy. Lucas Hernandez is overwhelmed. Mate, you're 31 years old. You've played for Bayern Munich. You've experienced what it's like to win stuff. Oh, can't cope. Oh, I can't cope. It's such a melt. It's been a piss poor game. A really piss poor game. But to be fair, the drama might not be in this game. The drama might be what happens after this game. Because, like I said, there's a strong... the other thing is that I'm coming to the end of my contract. I knew I was in trouble and I hid it all from you guys because I didn't want it to be a thing. But my contract actually runs out in a month's time. In June it runs out, and I've known that for a few months, but I've been trying to get us back into some sort of element of form and a good position in the league so it wouldn't be a problem, but it turns out that it is, and this is going to be a problem if Van der Wooft scores, but he hasn't. GG's kept that. I just wish he was a bit more consistent as well. He's obviously brilliant, but sometimes he turns up, sometimes he doesn't, and it's an absolute nightmare. I'm not making any changes. We've been brilliant all the way through this game. It's probably just going to be one of those games where it's literally just one highlight and that'll do it. Do you know what I mean? Simba Bentley, player of the year for me again, as always. Armada whips that in. Gonzalez. How in the world has Nubel saved that? Nubel just is a nightmare. If I could buy him off Spurs just to stop him being in goal against me, I would. But then they probably just buy someone else who's completely overpowered when he plays me, because that just seems to be a bit of a theme throughout this save. We're playing brilliantly here though. We're literally just seeing this out. This has probably been the best, most polished performance all year. And it's just a shame that it's possibly in my last game in charge that we suddenly look like a team capable of just going and beating the big boys. It's another FA Cup. Oh, it feels really underwhelming. I'm glad that we've won it. Don't get me wrong, but you can tell I'm just really tense. I'm just really, really tense about what's going to happen with my contract. So, fantastic, boys. Well done. Probably one of the most boring games of the season. But we got it done. We got the win. Now, we celebrate a double. We've won both domestic cups. It can't be that bad. Ultimately, the most important thing is that we've still won trophies and Spurs haven't. So, we're still the best team in North London, even if they're in the Champions League. Doesn't mean a damn thing to me. Season awards, we go through them quickly. Simba Bentley got 46% of the vote, so he's doing fine. Luca Engler's goal against Burnley, which we all knew was going to be goal of the season. Let's watch it again. Go on, this might be the high point of my entire Arsenal career, so I want to see it again because it's probably the best goal we've ever scored. And let's watch it here. So Greg Teaser, and it was just such a good effort here. Hernandez, they cleared it out, and out of nowhere, it's just one of the best goals you'll ever see. If you saw that in real life, you'd be going mad. There it is. I can see it there. Here we go. The board wish to hold a meeting with you regards to your position at the club. Your performance has not been good enough and your position is under serious threat. Failure to attend the meeting will result in the board terminating your contract with the club. Well, that's better turn up then, anyway. Justin Legros. What a name. We are not happy with your current performance and consider your position at the club. We'd like to know why you think the team have performed so badly. Ooh, this is tough. I can't do the whole my first job in management. I've been here for 9 years. I've been really unlucky with the amount of injuries. Not really. With a difficult run of games recently. I'd say it's either that or it's either the difficult run of games, or I think it looks worse than it is. We've played really well, but the form table doesn't show that. Stick to the plan, everything will work out fine. Okay, so unfortunately we need to see tangible proof of that on the table, and that hasn't been the case. I'll just say, tell me what I have to do to save my job. I don't believe it. That's it. Munch sacked by Arsenal. I don't believe it. All my coaching staff have gone. Yes, Fat Lampard's not happy about it either. I was absolutely shocked. I don't think anyone saw it coming. It seems, especially Arsenal, someone that I know to be a fantastic manager. Thank you. It really is not the grand final. It's the most ungrand final you're ever going to see. So I guess the question is now, guys, what do I do? Ultimately, I've failed. I've failed in my target. I've failed to win the Premier League or the Champions League. I'm genuinely a bit shocked. I'm on the. I'm not going to cry, but I'm feeling. I say I'm not. I'm feeling. Question is then, what do we do now then? What do we do now? Do we stick with this save and me go to another club? There are loads of jobs here that I could go for. Or do we just carry on with the next save? Because that is the end of the Arsenal save. This was meant to be the Arsenal save. If I was to be honest, I would rather start the next save because this now feels like it's come to a natural bookend. But I will come back to Arsenal at some stage. On this channel, we will come back to Arsenal at some stage. That, I promise you. I promise you we will. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But I think we start the next save. And that will be starting as of next week. I can't believe it. We won 8 trophies during my tenure. It's just a shame that none of them were the big ones. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So here's my overview then. I've only obviously managed Arsenal for 3,254 days. Got 8 personal awards. I earned £68 million. I don't see any of that. This flat is just... like, I haven't upgraded or anything. It's been terrible. I bought in 52 players for a value of 1.89 billion. That might be part of the problem. I thought it was only 800 million. That's a problem. But then, to be fair, the value of players sold is 1.42 billion. So actually, didn't spend that much. Only 400 million net spend, that is. So not that bad. My win percentage is 65%. 65% I won. That's ridiculous. I mean, the goal difference is plus 574. I look at that and I think, how in the world have I been sacked? Just the last 2 years, I could feel it coming. The team wasn't responding anymore. I'm absolutely gutted. I have no idea what to say, other than I'm sorry I couldn't do it for you all. Thank you for joining me on the journey. Yeah. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. What I will do, though, is the next save will start next week. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys to decide what that is, because then that's going to give me the weekend to decide. There'll either be a video coming out later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning with a poll and a couple of ideas that I have for what the next save should be. And I want you all, please, to vote on it, because it's going to very much direct the way that the channel goes from here on in. The style of it is still going to be the same. I'm still going to be doing the funny intro sketches, and I'm going to be kind of just doing the same old thing that I've been doing for this entire Arsenal save, because everyone seems to love it. I love doing it. As much as it's not worked out the way that I wanted it to, this has easily been my favourite FM save ever. The amount of feedback you guys have given me, the amount we've gone through, the amount of times that I've wanted to give up, but then I've fallen back and in love with it because you guys believe in me, I believe in me, I believe in the boys. Ultimately, they let me down. But it's been brilliant, and I'm so sad that I couldn't make it to the decade. But if you don't do enough, you don't do enough. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. So, I can't believe it. If you have enjoyed this video, if you have enjoyed the series, please do leave a like, share, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. The brand new series will be here, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. We're going to have a really good time. I've got some great ideas for it. I hope that you can all join me for it. And yeah, like I said, remember to vote in the videos coming up. I will get onto those shortly. Until I see you in the next episode of the new series, not of the Arsenal series, because this is the end. Stay cool. Can't believe it.
It's difficult to win the Premier League.
Oh, shut up.